That ball you want to take? That there's a mistake.
Knock it off. Go ahead.
Yeah. And what do you know that every scout and coach on earth does not?
I know more than you.
Is it safe?
Pretty soft generation. You're going to get some safe space, okay?
Yes, it's safe. It's very safe. It's so safe you wouldn't believe it.
Listen to me, y'all. This is good stuff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Steel's Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, David Barrow from SteelSanctuary.com. I got Bob and Trent with me today for our Sunday draft show. Guys, how's it going?
Wonderful.
We got some big news last night. Not the greatest news in the world for Steelers fans, but big news nonetheless. Maxx Crosby has been traded to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks. Baltimore's biggest weakness was defense. Drilling into that even a little bit more, the biggest weakness to that was pass rush.
No more.
And they have solved both of those issues. I mean, Maxx Crosby is 30-ish. How old is Maxx Crosby? He's over 30, right?
20. No,
he's not 30 yet?
He's
28
or 29.
My bad. But I did hear today that he has the most snaps for an edge rusher of anyone the last 8 years, 5 years, or something like that. So there's a lot of miles on those tires. It's a good sign for them, I think.
Interesting stat I saw too, which I've never seen anybody throw this kind of a stat out there before, but they combine sacks and tackle for loss and negative plays. He has 70, and the next closest is Myles Garrett at 50.
Wow.
He's 20 ahead.
Wow. If he stays healthy for 2 seasons, it's a home run trade.
Another interesting stat about that, his team was only leading 22% of the entire season, and he still put those numbers up.
Right. When they're not really, that's crazy.
When they're not passing the ball, they're running.
Yeah, they're not passing the ball. Yikes.
I think it was Rappaport, though, who said, and I may be wrong, but one of the big guys said this, is like, if the Ravens go to the Super Bowl, this is a great trade. It's a home run. If the Ravens don't go to the Super Bowl, this is a bad trade. This is a bust. It's Super Bowl or bust. They have to go to the Super Bowl with this because you gave away 2 first-round picks.
I mean, yeah. But this is the swings you take when you have that kind of roster. When you have a franchise quarterback, when you have enough pieces around where you think you're a Super Bowl contender, these are the swings you take. Because you're going to be drafted in the 30s or late 20s anyway. This is a good move for them.
It is. I think it is.
There's risk. There's risk with everything, though.
No, there is. But so Trent and I started to get into this in chat today. And look, if you think Lamar Jackson is the MVP franchise quarterback, do you take this swing? Yeah, probably. I mean, you do. And even if you don't at this point, you might as well because you're stuck with Lamar for a year or so. I mean, depending on whether you want to move off of him or not. But are you fooling yourself a little bit? Is Lamar past his athletic prime? Could still be a good quarterback in the league. I'm not saying he's going to fall off a cliff. But let's face it, Lamar's game was his legs. He wasn't very good this year. If he's not going to be very good next year, is this a great trade? I don't know that it is. I thought at first, I was like you guys. I thought at first, absolutely, no, we're kind of fucked. But now the more I think about it, it's just a Baltimore kind of trade. We go get a big name who may be a little past it.
Well, you got to figure.
I get your point about Lamar, but Max is not even remotely slowing down. Not yet.
And there's a window on Lamar Jackson, and it's probably in the next 2 years. So why not maximize it, right? Why not just go all in? And if it doesn't work out, you try to trade Lamar and you move on.
Mm-hmm.
But now is the time for them. They've got about a couple years left on Lamar's window, and then they've essentially blown his whole, or he's blown it, however you want to look at it. But Baltimore believes that Lamar Jackson's still a guy that can take him to the Super Bowl, obviously. So,
of course, that's pretty funny. I like that one. Instead of running for his life, standing for his life, I kind of liked it. I got it. I liked it.
So for me, I think this is a home run for them. If I were a Ravens fan, I would be very, very excited because, like I said, you're on the cusp. You've come up close. Mahomes is still injured He might come back at some point in the season, but he's probably not going to be himself this first year back off injury. This is the time to make a move.
Well, here's the other thing I think too. We just watched a couple of teams back-to-back years win with defense. They won the Super Bowl with defense, right? So they've always had the one thing where Lamar has not gotten them over the hump. Why make Lamar get you over the hump? Let the defense get you over the hump. Making this trade could be their mindset of saying, like, hey, maybe if we get the right guys on defense, we can get over the hump defensively without making Lamar win it for us.
Oh, well, let me ask you guys a question. So, Oweh, I mean, he's not Maxx Crosby. How much better at this point is Maxx Crosby than Oweh, though? I mean, is he tremendously better?
A lot better, I think. I heard something, too, with it. He's one of the better run defenders at edge in the league, too.
He is.
So, he's a total package.
I don't think anybody plays harder than Maxx Crosby in the NFL. That is the one thing. He's a nice culture setter. He's a very good player. But I don't know that this makes Baltimore tremendously better. They had no edge rush. Now they've got an edge rush that's marginally better, in my mind, marginally better.
Marginally
than
better.
Oweh.
They were terrible last year. Oh, better than Oweh?
Yeah.
Well, that was a mistake trading Oweh, first of all. They had no pass rush, and they traded their best one away. That was a huge mistake that they're paying for now.
He wasn't that good there, though. He
wasn't
that good in Baltimore.
Why do you think that
he
is?
Went and got better with the Chargers.
Yeah, he went to the Chargers and he went off.
Well, who was across from him?
That's true.
He had two other edge rushers there, right? So he was by himself in Baltimore. They had no edge rush at all. Maxx Crosby, who's across from Maxx Crosby? They have a nice guy. I mean, what was that kid's name? He's a nice little player. He's nothing.
I can't even think of it.
They got him out of the draft. Wasn't he a Texas Tech kid too?
You're talking about Metabike, or no? Metabike is more inside.
No, not now. I mean, when he was in the Raiders, when it was the kid they drafted. Let
me look it up real quick.
He was a decent player. He's nothing great, but like Maxx Crosby can win with. It doesn't matter if he gets the double teams. Like that's my point in the whole thing is. Like Oweh wasn't good enough to win those situations because he was their only pass rusher, so he was the only guy they had to pay attention to. Maxx Crosby wins without the double teams and those things. Tyree Wilson. The first name came to my mind. I couldn't remember it. But yeah, like that kid's nothing special. So everybody was focused on Crosby and Oweh. You know, he had I can't pronounce that kid's name. Tuiopolo. Polo or whatever his name is, and then he had Mac there too. So he had other guys.
Yeah,
in
that's a good point. I didn't think of that. That's a good point.
I think this is a solid move.
If you look at, I do think it's a good move. Believe me, I'm a Maxx Crosby fan. I do like the player a lot, but I don't know that this makes them a super defense. Roquan Smith coming off a down year. Marlon Humphreys is trash. If Marlon Humphreys is their number 2 quarterback, I don't care if you put Reggie White and fucking Lawrence Taylor on that defense. Marlon Humphreys can't cover anybody. He can't cover anybody.
They obviously have more work to do. They gotta go out and still upgrade a couple positions. Like I think they need another wide receiver too to go along with Zay Flowers.
Well, I think they're going after a couple.
And they're gonna. I was reading today that they're getting closer to getting Lindenbaum back too. They're all of a sudden back in negotiations with him. So
is that not the most confusing thing in the world?
Yeah, I don't know.
Beyond stupid not to take. Yeah, I mean, what's a 5th-year option for a center? $12 and a fucking In-N-Out burger. I mean, come on.
I don't know if they were worried about. They had this Maxx Crosby trade in their back pocket for a while, and they were worried that they didn't have the cap space to do both. But now that they're negotiating again with him, so I don't know. I can't explain.
That whole thing is so weird.
There are some pretty decent centers in the draft, but I mean, I would love it if he would give them the double bird on the way out and say, go fuck yourselves and go sign with somebody else.
I mean, as a Steelers fan, yeah, you hope he goes somewhere else too, but I don't think you can say that this is in any way nothing but a great upgrade for the Ravens. It's just they did a fantastic job.
Let me ask you a question. If the Raiders throw everything at Linderbaum, and word is they're high on Isaac's list, Sayamalu. If all of a sudden you bring Linderbaum and Sayamalu to the Raiders and Mendoza, and now you got that pick in the middle, I mean, that gets to be really interesting.
Yeah, they could
really interesting.
with Mendoza and Lemon, Mendoza and Tate, because 14.
Yeah.
They could come up with a premier wide receiver or one of the premier tackles if they really wanted to. They could draft
Which is
Leon,
what they should
Ione.
go.
I would attack the offensive line if I
Yeah,
was
they
them.
could go Ione and the quarterback, and they'd be freaking golden. And then get a wide receiver in the second round. They got the 33rd pick, right?
That's a great point. I haven't even thought about it. What if you go Ione, Isaac, and Linderbaum? That's the middle of your line?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you got work to do at tackle, but oh my gosh.
Think about Mendoza, Ione, and then getting Omar Cooper in the top of the second round. Reuniting the Indiana guys. The Raiders can cook now. And they got a shit ton of cap space too, don't they?
Yeah.
I didn't check the cap.
I don't want to get us too far off on a tangent, but did you hear the Bo Nix might get traded, Buzz?
I did hear someone mention that. I know him and the coach are fighting because he outed his medical records, right? And Bo Nix was not happy about that, his medical history. So
now Trent and I are on record. We are not Bo Nix fans.
You gonna want to bring him here? You too?
Well, no, we're not Bo Nix fans in general, but I would be curious what Trent thinks. I don't know that I can automatically say fuck no if all of a sudden that's true. He's on the market.
They're gonna want a first for him. I'm not trading a first for Bo Nix.
He's getting it first.
And I'm a Bo Nix fan of this group. I'm not trading a first round pick for Bo Nix.
Well, wait a minute.
And your big thing about not, making sure we draft one in 2027. If you're trading for Bo Nix, you're pushing the chips all in on Bo Nix.
Are you 100% convinced there's anybody in the 27 draft who's better than Bo Nix?
Yes.
5 of them right now.
Now listen, I don't know about 5, but there's probably there might be 5 actually. If all those guys,
I think there's going to be 5 of them when it's all said and done.
Now that I think it through, if they're all as good as they are built right now, and they all come out, there could be 5 quarterbacks better than Bo Nix in next year's draft. You're talking Moore, you're talking Manning, you're talking if Sayan comes out, if South Carolina
if Lamar Sellers fixes his mechanics, I mean
Sorsby, there's at least 4 that if they hit their potential. I mean,
I don't like Darian Mensah, but Darian Mensah is another kid who, like, if he fixes his mechanics and he's going to the right spot to do it, he's one of my
UCLA kid. They said if he was a big time quarterback prospect, and he seemed to turn it around a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks in that draft. A lot.
I'm just saying you can. I mean, I'll really put Dave on the spot. Bo Nix or Malik Willis?
Let me say this. I think Bo Nix needs Sean Payton more than Sean Payton needs Bo Nix.
Agreed.
So I think I would actually, for Pittsburgh, I think I would do Malik Willis. Because I really think Sean Payton's a big key. He needs a specialized situation.
This is a shocking development in Steelers Sanctuary podcast right now.
Well, either one of them's nuking my dream of a quarterback at 27, right? So now I gotta suss this out. I don't know.
Who is least likely to make us want to not draft a quarterback?
Right.
It's definitely Bo Nix, I think.
Yeah.
If you trade for Bo Nix, you're not drafting a quarterback at 27. You're not.
No.
And I
know we don't
agree on it, but I think Malik Willis, if you sign him to a 2-year deal, I don't think you're drafting a quarterback at 27 either. I'm not.
I think you are.
What did you say? You think you are drafting one?
Yeah, I think you are drafting. Even if you take Malik, I think you're drafting one. It just depends on whether you're drafting, highly enough to get maybe one of the top 3 or 4, or whether you're getting a project to sit behind Willis for a year and develop.
You spend 2 years on the conservative side, $25 million a season, and the kid goes 10-6, 10-7. You're going to draft a quarterback in round 1 of,
and then I'd trade Malik Willis.
Yeah,
we would.
I'd
It
trade
depends
him
on.
and trade him before the draft, so you have that capital to go up and go get the quarterback that you want.
I love it. I love the idea. Art's not doing that.
Well,
That's
it depends.
chestnut checkers. That would
Well,
be a great move, but
It depends on what 10-7 you're looking at. Is it 10-7 where Malik Willis played lights out and accounted for 35, 40 touchdowns? Or is it 10-7 and he was just barely better than Kenny Pickett, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields?
They're not winning 10
And
games if he plays like that. He's going to have to play
They
fairly well
could.
to win 10 games.
Well, they could. It just depends. I mean, we don't know how good Patrick Graham's going to be. With all this, is more shiny toys than Patrick Graham has ever had. So if he can make a bunch of shit look good, I mean, he should theoretically take a huge step forward with the toys he has on this defense.
Should.
Maybe. We'll see. I know it's the draft show. We want to focus on the draft, but and I don't want to start a big fight here, but Jalen Carter is on the trading block. And I just want to get your guys' opinion and people's opinion. We're not going to debate on the draft picks. Would you trade TJ Watt and anything but a first round pick?
Yes.
Anything but another first round pick?
Yes.
For Jalen Carter.
I would.
You wouldn't get him.
Shadow of a doubt.
I would 100%. I think you could get him for. Yeah, it's tough. TJ Watt in a third, you don't think would get it done?
Nope.
I don't think a third. I do think you have to go at least second.
The guy you're trading with just turned down, according to reports, a first and a third for AJ Brown, who he desperately wants to get rid of. I don't think you're getting better than that trade, by the way.
He's playing a long game. He's going to he's setting the bar high with AJ Brown. He's going to settle for a lot less. He's not stupid. He knows he's not getting a first and a third for AJ Brown.
He turned down a first and a third.
I don't know if I believe that. I think he would have jumped out of his shoes if he got that offer. But anyway,
I mean,
I was thinking about the Steelers. Go ahead. I was thinking about the Steelers last night and thinking about how many blue chip players are on the roster right now. Legit blue chip players. And the only one I could come up with is JPJ. You can't give me Hayward and Watt. They're past their prime.
Herbig.
I guess maybe you could do Frazier too. I'll give you Frazier and JPJ.
I think Herbig would be if he's a full-time starter.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. I think he could.
I'll grant you your premise on it. I'm just saying I think he would be.
I wouldn't fight you on that. I think he.
And if Alex was healthy all the time, Alex could be too.
You think he's blue chip?
Yeah,
like top
Alex,
perennial Pro Bowler, All Pro caliber.
I think he's
a notch below that.
I think if healthy, he's a top 12 edge rusher.
Yeah, I'm talking about top 6, top 5 at your position players as blue chip.
Well, then, yeah, he's not there.
But hardly anybody then. Blue chip.
No. Well, that's what I mean. And even I don't even know if you could. Yeah, I guess Zach Frazier would be a top 5 center in the league now.
Oh, yeah. Frazier
and JPJ top 5 corner. He's borderline.
I think he's in that conversation.
I think he's close.
No, he's. I
so
think
you get
he's
a chance to acquire a guy like Jalen Carter, who is a blue chip player, and you need to stop. I think you do it. And then the only thing that scares me a little bit with Jalen Carter too is there's some attitude issues that are still lingering. That you still hear.
Kind of attitude though.
You hear some bad stuff too.
He's
even in Philly. He's been a little.
Not been that bad though.
Why did they choose what the other defensive tackle over
Jordan
him?
Davis?
Yeah, because he's better than Jordan Davis.
He's cheaper.
Hold on. They also play a 4-3. They didn't choose Jordan Davis over Jalen Carter. I believe me. I think they would love to keep those two together.
Jordan's one of them. You couldn't pay both. They chose one.
The year they took Broderick, I railed, and I like Broderick. I was okay with the pick. I even predicted the pick. But I said all along, I did a who should you pick and who will you pick? I said all along it was Jordan Davis. And he hasn't been phenomenal like I thought he would be. But man,
he's solid.
As a 3-4 nose versus a 4-3 tackle, I think he's missing his potential. I really do. I love Jordan Davis. I'm a huge fan of that kid. Jalen Carter's better than Jordan Davis.
He is.
Jalen
He's a
Carter
lot
was the
better.
best player in that draft. The only reason he went 10th overall is
The
because he
attitude.
decided to.
Attitude
No, he
problems.
had the legal trouble. Legal
That's
trouble.
the same thing. Like he's got red flags, and Dave is right. He is the one that spit on Dak and got thrown out of the game before it even started.
In fairness, Dak spit on him first.
I mean, look, I love the player, but there is some baggage there, and that's why I think they chose Jordan Davis.
I would say this: if the baggage with him comes into the conversation with a trade, it's still worth trading for. His baggage and his talent,
I know
that one's worth trading for because he's not done. I mean, he didn't punch a fan like DK did. I mean, like he's not done something like that.
That's our bar now. Punching
the
fans
Dak,
is the bar.
Yeah.
anything above that, you are good.
I mean, we've had videos in the locker room. We've danced on freaking logos. And we've had it all here. So I mean, why not bring a guy who spits on quarterbacks? What the hell?
I mean, if you're telling me we get the 24-year-old version of the Joey Porter James Harrison, but the absolute best of the best at his position at 24 years old, I do that all day. I do that all day long. I whatever the fuck you want. What do you want? I'm not giving up 2 first rounds. I was joking around in chat, I'm sure, earlier, or he was drinking like I started.
So you wouldn't do TJ in a first at all?
I would. I suggested it. I would do that.
I'm talking to Trent because I'm on the fence on that one. I'm close.
I think that's too high a price.
I
think the Maxx Crosby thing. I know everybody's going to say, "Well, TJ's not worth more than a third now." I think the Maxx Crosby trade reset TJ's value.
I think it did a little bit, but
I think it increased. I mean, I sent a thing to Alan Saunders. I'm like, "Do you think this takes TJ to like a first and a third value?" He said no. But would it first and a fifth now be out of the question? I think he's got to be a first round.
Well, you got to take into consideration that contract, Trent. It's $41 million. The teams hold that against them.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying to Bob earlier. Is that if you trade for Jalen Carter, you're giving that kid a contract too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be almost a swap. It's a roughly $6 million difference in contracts.
I'd be happy to do it.
But you're also getting a guy who is
24 years old,
7 years younger, 24 years old.
Yeah.
Which is why I'd give him a second round pick.
Well, and that's why Dave's point comes up about the contracts all the time. And Dave talks about this. No matter what we pay him, we're only on the hook for $2.5 million this season.
Well, yeah, sure.
For
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
And
that's a win. That's a free agent win, like a cap space win for this year, big time.
Yeah,
but,
and the 5th-year option, you could exercise the 27, and then you could still pay him. But then you got 2 years where you could manipulate where, hey, I don't really got to pay him till year 3.
I thought that was a great point when you brought that up in our chat, Trent, of dangling, because they need an edge rusher. Although they're trying to get Jalen Phillips signed. I was reading today. So, yeah.
I'd still take TJ Watt over Jalen Phillips right now.
Yeah, I mean, they would certainly, because they're another team that's always on the cusp of a Super Bowl, so TJ would interest them. Man, that's a super interesting trade. Super interesting.
I still don't think Pittsburgh would even consider it, to be honest with you.
The Steelers would.
But they really should.
They absolutely.
I mean, they really, really should.
Maybe you trade TJ in a first and you get like a third back from them with Jalen Carter.
I would do that.
Or something like that.
Or even if you did it as a conditional pick. Hey, just throw us a fourth, and if he hits these milestones,
TJ, it goes up. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I was listening to Around the 412 from Friday while I was driving around today, listening, and I thought Smitty had an interesting point that apparently the Steelers are in. Although he wants to go back to Philly, but the Steelers are like the second choice of Reed Blankenship at safety, who's a name we haven't brought up because everybody thinks he's going back to Philly. But do we like him more than Cameron Curl or Cook from Kansas City?
I looked at his PFF score because when I was going through free agents, he didn't. And I don't watch Philly enough to know for sure, but he didn't have a good PFF score, and he's a little older.
Mm-hmm. Isn't he 32? I had him on my free agent board at one point, and I've kind of moved my board around now, so I don't think I have him on here. I think he's 32. But he was a nice player, and I mean, he wouldn't be the worst option.
It depended on the salary. Yeah, it wouldn't kill me. But
Cam Curl's my guy, and honestly, Bob's dude from Kansas City, like he's a really good player too. But Cam Curl,
and I like the kid from New England.
He's such a
Jalen
good
Hawkins.
fit.
That would be my guy.
And he's a little older too. He's like 29.
Who, Hawkins?
Yeah.
Oh, is he that old already?
I think he's 29. 28, 29.
All right, let's get back to the draft. We're going to go over the pro days this week. Some interesting ones, believe it or not. This is right on us. Free agency. It seems like everything's happened so fast this year. Navy already happened on 3-5. It's just the kid, Eli Heidenreich.
Look, if he's there in his 6th or 7th, he can't go wrong.
He's a Pittsburgh kid, right?
Yeah, and he's fast. He's really surprisingly fast at the combine.
Do not be shocked if he's one of the 6th, 7th round picks that they have. You know, they love Pittsburgh guys up and down.
He's a returner too, so he's a guy that they may look at special teams value with. He's only 190 pounds.
He's definitely on the Steelers' radar. Wisconsin's 3-9. They don't really have anybody. Lehigh, nothing there either.
One thing I do I don't want to spend a lot of time on these guys, but I hope I say his name right. Sabakovich from Illinois State is interesting. He's the 2nd-ranked FCS receiver behind Bryce Lance. He's 6'3", 205. He didn't go to the combine. If that kid runs really fast, he's probably an undrafted free agent, but I wouldn't be surprised if he sneaks into the 5th, 6th round. He's a very big guy, and he was a really good player for them.
Okay. 310. What do we got? Let's see. Colorado State and Monmouth. San Diego State's going to be the interesting one. Chris Johnson.
Yep.
Steelers usually don't spend a lot of time on the West Coast with their pro day visits, but you would think they'd send somebody out there.
Chris Johnson's definitely on the radar. And another guy to look out for is an undrafted free agent. Jahari Rogers was a top 100 prospect coming in to college, played for a bunch of teams. I don't think anybody will draft him, but that's a kid who might go to camp and surprise some people.
Okay. What we got next, Bobby?
311.
Now, Georgia State, Ted Hurst. That's one they got. They will be real interested to see if Omar shows up there. The Wyoming tight end is real interesting. John Michael Gillenberg. I doubt you'll see any Steelers guys there, but you might. And Kansas has a few guys. Jalen Daniels, the quarterback. He's a late round possibility, right? Nobody else over there really pops.
Not really.
Henderson as a maybe 7th round undrafted free agent wide receiver. I don't think he'd make a team. He might make a practice squad, but he's a guy who in 2 or 3 years could grow into it a lot faster than people thought he would be.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that guy Enrique Cruz really tested well at the combine.
Yes.
Yeah, he was interesting. He looked decent in the drills too. I did watch those back. He looked.
But Ted Hurst to watch to see if anybody. The Steelers usually spend a lot of time in SEC country, so I wouldn't be surprised if Omar popped his head at Georgia State.
Doesn't he feel like the guy that we just kind of need? Like he's a combat catch guy, 6'3". He has like true X traits.
Yep.
And just hasn't had the coaching to push him over the top. Like, I mean, that dude just seems like.
I feel like he's going to be the second guy. They're going to draft one guy, and Ted Hurst is going to be the second guy they draft.
I think so too. I mean, I hope so. I hope the board falls the right way to make sure that happens. But like, he's got George Pickens type traits.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't think Baines is the choice, but that's a guard who's in the mid round. I'd be surprised if somebody didn't go take a look.
It's possible. All right, 312. That's we still got
this is still 311.
Yeah, 311. I'm sorry.
Taking UCLA.
Yeah.
Real quick, the one name I'll point out here, I think he's going to be undrafted, but he's a guy who you could bring into camp and I think might grow into something, and that's DeGiorgio from UCLA. Kind of like his traits, kind of like everything about him. He's definitely an undrafted guy, but he is a guy who I'd bring to camp. Maybe 2 or 3 years from now pops up and goes, hey, where'd this guy come from?
Jalen Farmer's a mid-round guard, right?
Yep.
Maybe Daisy 2 guard. So that's the guy to keep an eye on. But
David Gusta ran really, really well for a D tackle too.
that's
and
right.
He looked really athletic, so he might be somebody that you're interested in. And I don't know if they're going to have a lot of interest in McGowan, but he's put up some pretty big numbers too.
That's right. That's right.
He and Mike Washington Jr. play together? I think those two played on the same team before they transferred out.
Oh, I don't know. That's a possibility.
I think they both played on. Where'd they come from? Where
did Washington go before Arkansas? I can't remember.
It was the name.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
The name of the school is not coming to my mind. I'm pretty sure they both played together. Buffalo. I think it was Buffalo.
Oh, I think you might be right.
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State. Okay.
And that was, I think you're right. Washington was there too.
I thought they played together.
Yeah, they did. Mike Washington and Seth McGowan played together
go.
at New Mexico State in 2024.
Good call. All right, then the big one's up. Is this the one with Clemson 312?
Yes, but I figure we start small and work our way up.
All right. Illinois, Gabe Jackus. I've been hearing a lot about him on podcasts that I've listened to as an edge rusher. He looks like he could be something. Luke Altmaier. Yeah. There was a time where we thought Luke Altmaier might be something, but
J.C. Davis might be a name to watch for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, mid-round tackle.
Yeah, mid-round tackle who his PFF grades were very good, pretty balanced too within the run and the pass game. I think he might be a guy that might be on their radar later on. I don't think he wasn't a top 45 interview at the combine or anything, but he's interesting.
All right. You got USC, Mekhi Lemon, obviously, Jacoby Lane. Anthony Lucas met with the Steelers at the combine, so that's a name to keep an eye on.
I like Kamari Ramsey as a safety. He's not my first choice, not my second choice, but he's in my top 5. I like Kamari Ramsey.
Anybody else I'm missing on this list?
Fitzgerald. I was
going to say Fitzgerald's a mid-round, late round.
Safety, maybe. For some reason, I was thinking that we talked to him.
Mm-hmm. Was he on my list? I don't have it in front of me. You got it pulled up?
I'm trying to.
Gentry's projecting. I know he's the world famous DMC3's favorite sleeper, but he's projecting as an undrafted free agent right now.
All right.
Not that I'd hate that, but
Bishop Fitzgerald, they did, yeah.
They did. Okay,
yep,
that's right. Yep, yeah. So keep an eye on that guy too. What's next?
The Oklahoma Sooners.
Ton of prospects. Our Mason Thomas is an edge. I don't think we'll be interested in him. I keep hearing buzz about Deion Burks. A lot of people like Deion Burks. Grace Halton tested really well, but he's small for the Steelers' defensive line. I don't know if they'll be interested in him. Who else on this list?
I don't think he's a good fit. Jaden Ott is another name that's been getting a lot of buzz. He's a late round running back. Might be a guy that we look for to, if we don't go free agent running back to back up Jalen, they might look at a guy like that. He's picked up a lot of buzz.
You know, when you run a 4.3 40, he's only 5'10", he's 180. I do not like short, wide receivers. But
had a feeling a butt was coming.
Yeah, but if they're gonna pick one, then if you miss out on Lemon, if you're under 6 foot, not the worst guy in the world. He was pretty productive in college.
Everyone I listen to now loves Deion Burks, and the people on Twitter I see pushing him too. I gotta go back and watch him more because I didn't come away that super impressed with him. But people are talking him up, so it's interesting.
Look, I didn't like him at all, and I'm number one. I've got fatigue of these goddamn fucking 5'9" receivers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Mike McCarthy does not go for any 5'9" wide receivers. He's a 6 foot or taller wide receiver guy. His whole history is 6 foot receivers or taller. I don't think there's as much smoke behind that as people think.
I think Pauline was another guy that was interested in him too. And then
Pauline, you like him a lot on your show.
You can move it.
The jewel, the crown jewel of visits.
This Clemson was one that Tomlin and Colbert never missed. I think they gave Colbert an honorary something when he retired too. That's how much time he spent in Clemson. But now it's a whole new thing. I don't know if they're gonna, other than Avian Terrell.
Avion Terrell would definitely be one. Antonio Williams was another guy they talked to at the combine.
The Cape Heart kid is interesting. The way he tested. Yeah.
I think most of those guys are.
Is there another one, Bob, or is this it for this day?
Well, for this day, I think we're done. But I just want to say, Terrell, I think, is in play for us. I don't know that I love that as our pick, but I know he's in play, and he did test very well. Man, Antonio Williams. If you told me we were going to get him on day 3 as the second wide receiver pick, I don't know that I hate that. I kind of like that kid.
He's the same thing as Deion Burks, right? 5'10-ish, fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Avion Terrell helped himself because he measured in better height and weight than I thought he was. He was a little bigger than I thought he was.
And wasn't his workout pretty good too?
He did put in a pretty good workout.
Blake Miller is interesting.
I think if he slips in the second round, he becomes a question.
Yeah, I don't. That's another thing I've been hearing a lot of is he's going first round.
I know.
They say 7 tackles could go in the first round. 6 or 7.
And one thing I will say is Antonio Williams is 5'11 and a half. So he's a shade under 6 foot. He's not quite as fast as Burks, but he's just a little bit bigger. And I know it doesn't sound like an inch and a half is all that much, but it really is all that much.
Summer, that description sounds like KJ. I think we're set there, a big-bodied late round running back.
He's also a converted wide receiver, but he didn't look like he could catch the fucking ball out of the backfield in the combine.
So if this is
why he converted.
Yeah, maybe that's why. So March 12th is Clemson, Illinois, Oklahoma, and USC. Where does Omar go?
Clemson.
They will be at Clemson because there's going to be interest in Peter Woods.
Yeah.
Avion Terrell, potential first-round pick.
Oklahoma's interesting, but I do think they go to Clemson too.
Yeah.
I think they will have a strong presence at USC, though.
I agree.
Do you send the offensive coordinator there to check out Lemon?
No, I do, but I send Colbert's kid because he seems to be a pretty good scout.
I'd be shocked if they're not.
I don't know if they're gonna. This is why I get so interested in these pro days, because then you want to have people at Oklahoma too, because there's some good prospects there. So you gotta spread the wealth a little bit. I mean, obviously you can have people in for your top 40 visit, but
USC and Clemson is the same day. Is that what?
Yeah, all three: USC, Clemson, and
Oklahoma.
I think you're going to send more guys to the. I think even McCarthy's at USC.
Really?
They're going to be looking at Mekhi Lemon. Because if that kid does fall to 21, they're going to be very interested. He's the one under 6 foot that McCarthy might really go for.
All right. And then Friday the 13th. I can see them popping in to see Keelan Rutledge. And then
this is a sneaky good pro day.
Yeah.
This is possibly Eric Rivers.
Yeah.
And potentially our future A+ 6th round quarterback draft pick, who'll be a tremendous tight end in the league.
I could totally see Omar doing the Georgia State on the 11th, Clemson on the 12th, and then bouncing back to Georgia to go to Georgia Tech on the 13th. I can totally see that happen.
Yeah.
Look, if you told me right now we were going to end up with 3 of these 4 in the draft, as long as they're not in the first round, I'm pretty happy with that. If you're telling me we got Keon Rutledge in the 7th, maybe Eric Rivers in the 4th, and Haynes King in the 6th or 7th.
Keon Rutledge in the what round?
Rutledge is going in the 3rd.
3rd or 4th, I think.
Right now, he's showing in the 3rd rounds.
I think he has a chance to climb into the 2nd. I really do.
Oh, you said 2nd. I thought you said 7th.
No.
Second. Oh, I did too. I actually thought you said 7th too.
I thought you said 7th round. That's why we're like, what?
Yeah, in the 7th, I guess we could take a swing on him.
Yeah, he maybe. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, worth a risk.
I got to be honest. I haven't watched Eric Rivers at all. I'd have to go look at him.
It's just hard. With that
He's another guy.
You don't throw the ball.
Just a tiny bit under 6 foot. Really fast. Really good hands. I like him. He's a good player.
All right, that wraps up this week. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Arkansas. My bad. Now this is interesting. Same day, right?
It's interesting.
Does he? I think he might go to Arkansas instead. You got Taylon Green. You got Mike
and
Washington.
Julian Neal's going to be a target for them. They talked to him already too, right? Didn't they talk to Julian Neal?
Yep. And this Cameron Ball's a decent late round defensive tackle prospect. Yeah, he might end up in Arkansas. That's interesting. That's another interesting one. If he shows up at Arkansas, then they're thinking about Taylon Green. If Omar goes there with McCarthy, considering Taylon Green.
Oh yeah.
That's why these pro days are fun to watch, because it gives you a clue as to what they're thinking.
Well, they have the cover of Julian Neal because they're interested. I don't think they go specifically to watch Taylon Green, but maybe you have the conversation while you're there of, hey, you know, that Neal kid's pretty good, man. Mike Washington's really good. Hey, Taylon, you know your comp is DK Metcalf. How do you feel about slash roll?
Mike Washington's out of our radar now, right? He's probably pushed himself up.
He's in the second round. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to go back in the second round. And he's interesting because he's big and he's fast. So that's an interesting combination for sure.
They have him. PFF flipped him all the way up to the 3rd running back on the board now.
I would have him second.
They kept him behind Price, really? I'm surprised about that.
14 picks later than Price, too, which I thought
I'd have him ahead of Price.
So I guess he's kind of like right in that late 2nd, early 3rd.
Mike Washington, Jalen Warren backfield would be kind of nice.
I would love that.
Would you take him in the second round?
I just think we have bigger needs. I know.
You could trade up.
I think we have bigger needs. If we hit our first 2 picks, I would
trade up back in the second
consider trading back into the second round to get him.
I like it. I like it.
I like the kid. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they would do that, but man, it would be a lot of fun to watch he and Jalen Warren in the backfield next year.
It would. I'd be more interested in that than Kenneth Gainwell, for sure. I mean, he's obviously not as good a wide receiver as Kenneth Gainwell, but
everybody forgets about. I mean, Jalen Warren as a receiving back and a third down back. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why we ever went away from that with him. I mean, I get it
because Gainwell was so good.
Gainwell was so good at it, but he was also a really piss poor blocker, and he was supposed to be better than he actually played out to be in that.
Jalen Warren's definitely a better pass blocker.
He is a best pass blocker on the team at the running back position.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what bugs me too. When like we're saying, when everybody's like, "Oh, Gainwell, he's such a good receiving back." Yeah, because he definitely couldn't fucking block. Maybe the reason Aaron was flaring the ball out to him is because he was like, "Hey, Aaron, I'm not going to block my guy. You better throw it to me."
Well, I think it got to the point where they didn't have any other receiving options, and he was clearly the second best receiver on the team.
He was.
So,
he was a really good route runner, to be fair.
Uh-oh.
The world famous.
Look who's here. World famous DMC. 43 minutes late. It's not too bad.
Green wide receiver.
Smoking a cigar again. We're all living the wrong life over here.
I know, right?
This guy's
hello, boys.
Chilling, smoking cigars, showing up whenever he wants in podcasts.
I feel like we have a good option as a sponsor here. We need to get Corb's sponsor on the show.
We're all cigar fans here.
Boys, I'm not done. I'm not done. The party's just started.
Here we go.
I'm living the high life. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, we all want to live like DMC. We all want to live like DMC.
World famous, right, Trent?
World famous.
All right, you got in just in time for. Do you have your three tries for the first round pick that we talked about?
Oh yeah,
we're about to start that. Do you want to go last so you can think about it?
Yeah, I'll go last.
All right.
You want
to go first? You want to kick it off?
So, Yeah.
We're gonna try to guess the Steelers' first round pick. We're gonna give ourselves each 3 tries to get it right, and we're gonna hold you guys to this.
Somber.
That would be good,
Okay.
actually. We'll take anything at this point. Lighters.
We're fine. We're fine. We're not very
ashtrays,
picky here.
Yeah.
Cigars.
We'll get.
Anything you got. We'll take it.
Okay, so we will obviously do this again before the draft
Yeah,
too,
this
right?
This is our initial
First
feeling, pre-free agency.
Take it
Because I was thinking about this today. You don't even know what the holes are on the team because you don't know. We don't know where Jalen Ramsey's playing. We don't know if Deshaun Elliott's coming back. We don't know who the second corner is going to be. There's so many questions. We don't know who the quarterback is. So it's still a fun exercise. We'll try it, see if anybody nails it this time, and we'll go back around to it again. All right, Bob, kick us off.
Okay. All right. So I think there's a chance they fall or trade up just enough to get Mekhi Lemon. That's my first choice. And granted, they haven't picked a receiver in a long time, and I'm still not 100% sold they're going to do it, but I do think Mekhi Lemon's in play. I think Emmanuel Warren is a really good shot, especially if he's going 22. And a wild card, Caleb Banks. I think Banks tremendously helped himself at the combine. I think he might be the best defensive lineman. That wingspan is interesting. I was not as high on him as I was on some others, but after the combine and rewatching some of the tape, man, I think I don't know about drafting a nose at 21, but I could see him maybe playing as the 3-4 defensive end, and him and Derek Harmon would be an interesting combination for a long time to come. So those are my 3.
What was the second one again? Dave was pouring a drink and it totally ruined my concentration. And I was watching that liquor pour.
How was Bob keeping a straight face? His Corb's like face deep in his drink.
Sorry, I was trying to get ready while he was talking. That's my bad.
Yeah. Emmanuel McNeil Warren was the second one, yeah.
I
nice.
totally lost focus watching him pour that drink. I'm like, whoa.
So basically, and if you're a fan of the PFF big board, and why would you be? Because PFF is fucking idiots. But that's 20, 22, and 25, or 24.
So Lemon, McNeil Warren, and Banks for you.
Yes.
All right, Trent, what do you got?
I think Jordan Tyson's in play. And I think Jordan Tyson would be a no-brainer to pair with DK Metcalf. I know the medical thing is something everybody's going to continue to talk about all the way up and through, but I'm sorry. If that talent falls to 21, it's worth the risk. Because if the kid hits, my God, you just pick a top 8 at worst talent at 21. I'm taking that swing. McNeil Warren, I agree with Bob. If he's in the ballpark, it's hard not to go get that kid at that pick and just say, "Hey, Jalen, I don't care if you want to play fucking safety or not, buddy. You're going to be a slot corner in this season." So everybody should we just got your safety. I think it's a good pick, good call, Bob. And third, Elmore Cooper Jr. He's in play, and that kid. I mean, we were just kind of talking about him before we got on, but he's going to be as steady as you could probably find in a wide receiver. And another guy I think also pairs very well with DK Metcalf, and he's going to be there.
All right. My 3, I thought we were going to all have similar 3s, and I have Omar Cooper too as one of mine. I think he's the cleanest, best wide receiver prospect in this draft. There's no issues. There's no injuries. There's no... You could make the argument, and I did this on Twitter, and Somber came at me, but he could be the best wide receiver in this class. Even you take Tyson's injuries, Carnell Tate's so 40 time, and who am I missing? And Mekhi Lemon's so interview / podium debacle. See, Dave got it. I was making the eyes when you said Mekhi Lemon, and nobody saw me do it except him. So I'm telling you, Omar Cooper's the cleanest wide receiver prospect, and maybe 3-4 years down the road, we might be looking at the best wide receiver in this draft.
Well, that'd be like saying Emeka Egbuka was the best wide receiver in last year's class.
No, it's different because those guys didn't have all these issues that this class has.
Yeah, I mean,
all one of the top threes. Carnell Tate, probably not. Probably he is probably the number one wide receiver. I'll give you that. But I'm scared to death of Tyson, and I'm scared to death of Lemon too. I sent you guys the thing. McShay's talking to GMs that said he didn't interview well either in the private interviews. He kind of tanked those too. So I don't know.
Yeah, but and we kind of talked about this in prep. Omar Cooper, I see as that very similar to Igbuka, extremely high floor. You're not going to be disappointed that you took him. But do I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in the class 3 years down the road? Nope.
I think it could be.
Which
I
GMs?
think
Here's the interesting thing about the Makai Lemon thing. Sorry, Bob. Which GMs are saying he bombed the interviews? Is it the GMs who are picking below 15, maybe trying to drop his fucking stock?
I think McShay's smarter than that to put that out there if he's, but maybe not. I mean, I won't rule that out either. But
this is the season of lying where everybody's lying.
I know I argue with some people are sticking up for this kid, and I hope you're right. But I'm sorry, my eyes don't lie. That kid was off his ass. I know I've said this before. I sound like a broken record. He was on something, or I don't know. He didn't look right to me.
Well,
at all.
I want to say my comment on that because I think this guy who I would say might be on the world famous DMC3 list. So I'm going to reserve, just in case he is, my comment with this individual player.
Skylar Bell?
No.
No, he's...
All right. My second guy is Gerard McCoy. If he falls to 21, I think Omar does not care about injuries.
That's another
whatsoever. I think they snap him up at 21. Do I agree with it? It's risky, but I kind of like it because you could have a number one corner if he's right.
Yeah.
And my third guy is, this might be wishful thinking, but Vegayon. If he falls to 21, you cannot pass him. You cannot pass him.
I think you are correct. He is definitely not going down there.
And if he gets out of the top 12 and you're looking, you might want to trade up to get him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be that good. All right, DMC, you're up.
Okay.
So looking at the list of guys here that they for sure talk to, I mean, wide receivers, the target. So I'm worried the Big Four is probably going to be gone, and we're hoping Jordan Tyson falls maybe now because of injury, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think somebody's going to take him. So I'm going to say they do go with Omar Cooper or KC Concepcion. And I know
that's another name I tossed around.
Some of you, I know some of you might not like that. But, so as far as wide receiver goes, do you think there's any real interest on Cade McDonald?
I see him kind of falling out of the first round now.
He might, but if not, I wonder if they'd be interested because they do need D linemen. And then, do you think because they're going to play Ramsey in the slot, if that's truly the plan, they would take a chance and take a guy like Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon early?
I think he might be gone, but if he's there, I think they seriously consider him.
Okay, that's going to be that's going to be my guys. That's who I think could possibly be taken by them in the first.
I'm still not sold on him.
Upset Thieneman. Yeah,
I am, because you can play him in a slot, you can play him at safety, you can play him at strong safety. He's done it all.
I think the other thing with him though, like he does too many of the same things that Deshaun Elliott does. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Do we even know if Deshaun Elliott's going to be on this team?
I think he's back.
Injury, if they end up signing a safety and drafting one, they might end up cutting him.
I think you're onto something, Dave. I think I like him. I like the player. I really do. I really like Deshaun Elliott. Yeah. But that's a guy, when I was saying the other night, sneaky potential pick. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw that name tonight. But that being said, I was very down on KC Concepcion. I'm not in love with his tape, but just watching him at the combine where it was effortless, maybe on purpose. And there's something there that I still don't know if I want him at 21, but if we traded back and got him at 27, 28, 29, I kind of like that guy. And we were just talking about Omar Cooper. Oh yeah, I think Concepcion. I think Lemon. I think I think Tyson. I think Tate. If any of them even come close to their potential, they're all by far better than Omar Cooper. I
Somber.
think
I don't know about by far.
Somber. I looked at the list. I didn't see Stooks on there.
Yeah, I don't think they
I
would.
didn't see him on
now
there.
looking. I
Yeah,
thought for some reason I thought there was word that they did, but I didn't see him.
I didn't see anything when I did. When I went through it, and I even checked it. Because Depot tracks it too, and I checked there.
That's what I'm using. I'm using
They did-
Depot's tracker.
Yeah.
I mean-
instead of mine.
the one thing I will say for Concepcion, if you watch his tape, it is 100% concentration drops, not bad hands. It is it's obvious when he drops that ball that he's looking up, looking to run, looking to make a big play. If he can get that concentration down, I don't know that he's not even better than Lemon. I mean, I really don't.
Oof.
Wait, who? Which one, Bob?
KC better than
Concepcion.
Lemon.
I think if
I don't-
Concepcion could
I
get
can't
his
get that.
concentration drops under, I mean, but think about
He's
it.
exciting as hell.
If both of them catch the ball on a 3-yard slant, who's more likely to take it to the house?
No, Concepcion is.
Yeah, but who's also, I could say the same argument, who's more likely to come down with a combat catch? It's
Yeah,
Lemon.
Lemon probably.
I agree. I
Yeah.
love both players. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we got either one, I'm happy.
Have we bumped Boston
well-
out of the top 5? All 4
Yeah,
of us?
Oh
I
yeah.
have.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
have.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
I,
Okay,
I
was
said
just-
I said he
I
has
think he
to
might
have
be-
a monster pro day for me to be back on his train, because like the fact that you're not willing to test and you didn't look that great at the combine, like that scares the shit out of me. I don't. He already had issues with like separation and getting off the line and stuff like that, and that starts to make me. I really liked Boston too, but that scares me.
He's behind Cooper and Concepcion for me. He's like 6th or 7th now, maybe.
I would take Cooper first. I still have him ahead of Concepcion.
Not for me.
And let's be honest, as a fan of the 70s Steelers, having a guy with a giant afro as your wide receiver, that's giving me some Lynn Swan vibes from back in the 70s.
All right, just take fucking KC right now. If he's got
Yeah.
the 70s hairdo, like let's just do this.
It moves a little when he sees the fro. Let's not lie.
yeah, I was like,
Jesus Christ.
I can appreciate that kid a little.
Anybody that we didn't mention that you guys thought about, I have something in the back of my head says they like Cisse.
You think?
So I'm gonna
Please
watch
Not in the
carefully.
first.
I'm gonna watch
Not in the
carefully to
first.
see if Omar shows up at the South Carolina Pro Day with Graham. If they send a big contingent to South Carolina, keep an eye. I know Kilgore's there and a couple other guys, but keep an eye
Foot
on
magic.
If they're
that.
if they're going to go a corner in the first, I really think it's probably Chris Johnson.
There's no more physically gifted corner than Cisse.
I wouldn't hate it.
Cisse, man, I don't get it. He just
Not-
is
yeah,
not
I'm not a fan.
productive.
Nope.
I think they would go Avion Terrell first.
Maybe.
I think they like Terrell.
Especially if they bring back Pierre. If they re-sign Pierre, yeah, I think you're right, Trent. Look out for Terrell.
Didn't Jens put something in the text thread that there was 8 teams interested in Pierre?
Yeah.
Did I see that today?
Yes,
I've been
he
really
did.
busy today, so
Eight or
I saw it.
9.
Ooh.
South
Dude,
Carolina
Was
is
that-
on March
who
17th.
reported that? Was that Justina Anderson?
Yeah, but then somebody else reported it also. It wasn't just her. So.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
can we get a second
Fair-
Yeah, I know.
confirmation on that?
I think Nick's the one
I
who
would ju-
posted it. Fair ball.
I would just like to point out that Steel Loyal, I thank you for running my burner account. I appreciate it.
I
A
mean,
lot of similarities. Let's just say that.
you two and everybody else in the league wants Romeo Dobbs. That's the problem.
Look,
He's
I
a
want him
popular
because
guy.
I think you get more bang for your buck. He's not as
I
going to
think
be
he's the-
expensive as Pierce.
Yeah, I think he's the 3rd or 4th wide receiver choice right now for a lot of the league.
I think second behind
Pierce.
Pierce. Yeah,
I'm telling
think
you,
for
Mike
Pittsburgh-
Evans' name is
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans' name.
is only going to a
Thing.
contender. So you
Are you-
lop half the league off with him. He's
Yeah,
he's
but
a
I lo-
contender.
I bet
But
Stephon
everybody's
Diggs is
going to
higher
chase
on
the
there-
name.
on the list.
Stephon Diggs is in that
Yeah,
mix
that's a good
now
point.
too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So if all of a sudden he's the 4th wide receiver, even though he shouldn't be, I mean,
think
don't
he's
get me wrong. I think he's the best wide receiver in the free agent class. But the rest of the league's going to think he's third or fourth. We got a shot. We got a shot. We got to come with money.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it just because it says 14, 15 and spot. I mean, I'm calling him up saying, hey, 3 for whatever the hell 18 times 3 is. I'm offering him 18 a year.
54.
54, yeah.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
that steals sanctuary math.
Yeah, I was about to get my calculator.
We
on my phone.
got bourbon math happening here on
That's awesome.
Sanctuary right now.
That's awesome.
I may be 6 margaritas in, so there's always that.
Welcome to the party, Bob. Welcome to the party.
I'm doing something wrong here over here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Yeah,
Not drinking, that's for sure. It's coffee.
well, pour some bourbon in. Bourbon and coffee is pretty good. That's a whole different subject for another time.
Maybe after the pod.
It's March. Pour some Jamesons in there.
There you go.
Speaking of that, South Carolina is on St. Patrick's Day, the pro day. Keep an eye on that. I'm just saying. I got a feeling. If it was
They're not that far from Savannah, a nice St. Patrick's Day party for Omar to go to.
What does it say? Fuck it.
The mat down there somewhere.
Anybody else that we haven't mentioned that could be? I mean, any wide receiver. That
I just think like any of the top 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it's any wide receiver. It has to be the right wide receiver there.
I mean, any of the top 5, 6 that we're talking about. If any of those guys drops to 21.
I do not think Cooper's in play for them at 21. I don't.
Cooper's definitely in play for them. If not, they're stupid.
Do you think they pull the trigger on Ty Simpson?
No.
Oh God, I hope not.
No.
No.
Dear God, no.
Again, let's see what happens at Georgia's pro day. If McCarthy's there with the quarterback coach and Omar and the whole gang's there looking at him, then you got to start thinking about it.
Look, if they're at the Georgia Pro Day, then we definitely won't get Ty Simpson. I'm all about that. Go to the fucking Bulldogs Pro Day. Stay the fuck out of Alabama.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm sorry. Alabama's pro day. My bad. I mean,
Dave brought up Jermod McCoy as his.
Yeah.
His 3.
Yeah, sleeper.
McCoy was one of my 3.
They did talk to him. They did talk to him.
Yeah.
So
that's
maybe
super interesting because you could have a top 5 pick caliber cornerback fall to you, or you could have an injured bust as well. So
you could draft Corey Trice possibly. So
can we all agree on one thing? If for some reason, if for some reason the national media, and not all of them, but the casuals for sure, are right that we get Ty Simpson, is that not 1,000,000% Art Rooney? I cannot believe a football person would.
Wait. You can't beat my head in for 2 years on Kevin Colbert drafting Kenny Pickett and then give Omar a pass if they draft Ty Simpson. I'm not standing for that. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
I thought you blamed the Kenny Pickett on Rooney as well.
I tried to, and you guys shouted me down like I was the freaking.
I know.
But what I'm saying is, if Ty Simpson is a pick, I
know what you're doing.
There's no way Andy Weidel is in on Tom Simpson or Ty Simpson. We know that.
I would like to think so.
And
I don't think McCarthy is in on him. Yeah, I don't think
I would like to think
in on
so,
him
but
either.
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
I don't think it's the pick. I think there's 2 guys. If they pick, then we have to beat the drum to boycott the team. If Ty Simpson or Drew Aller is the pick on day 1 or day 2, then it's Art Rooney has his fingerprints all over it, and people should be. I mean, Kevin Adams, break out the fucking billboards, buddy. Sell the team or retire.
Hey, what about Pregnon? Is that too early?
Pregnon's a good call out. It's a little early, but if you don't draft him in the first, you're not getting him.
True.
He'll be gone by.
He'll be gone early second. So maybe they do.
Could be a trade-up candidate for the second, though.
Yeah. On that note, a tackle. Any of these guys like Iheanacho from Arizona State or
not in the first?
He's borderline first right now.
Well, the
I
problem
agree,
is,
but I wouldn't pick him in the first.
it
'Cause we
depends on
don't-
how worried they are about Broderick Jones.
I mean,
Who is it?
Yeah.
Who'd you say? I missed that part.
The Arizona State kid, what was his name?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ihanachor?
Ianachor.
Yeah.
Or, all right, say the Georgia kid. If he's there. Freeling.
Freeling?
If he's there.
I'm not taking that kid because he's
Freeling.
Broderick Jones 2.0.
Miller from Clemson.
I think
If
it's
he's
too
Not
early
in the
for
first
him.
round.
He's going
Yeah.
in the first round.
I think
so?
he's going in the first round too, but I think
Yeah.
it's too early for him. Didn't he
I was
have
gonna say-
arm length issues too?
No, he's got long arms. He's got.
Was
like,
he the long
athletic
arm kid?
issues.
Okay, man, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of somebody else then.
I mean,
And he's
are we
4-year starter, too.
100% sure these guys have all really passed Caden McDonald? I'm not.
What do you mean? The tackle? The offensive tackles?
Ihanachor, I would.
You mean
say
overall,
that's
Bob, or what are you talking about?
Possible.
Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden, McDonald is kind of falling out of favor, and you got these other names who are floating up. I mean, if let's just say Cade McDonald becomes the 7th tackle off the board, and I think it was Tony Pauline who said there's a chance that 7 could go in the first round.
You're talking about Caden Proctor from
Yeah,
Alabama.
probably.
Yeah,
You're confusing me. You're confusing me.
Yeah, wrong guy.
Proctor
Yeah.
Proctor could be one too. I just didn't think of him. Yeah, he could. He's
Yeah.
another guy. He's definitely another guy. I
They
wouldn't rule
spoke
out
to him,
tackle.
didn't they? I thought they talked to him too, didn't they?
They did talk to
Yeah.
Caden Proctor.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to find it.
I mean, if all of a sudden there's that run on tackles, let's just say it happens, and all of a sudden tackles are more important than the wide receivers, which in this draft probably shouldn't be, but it's a deep draft, so maybe they think, we can get another guy, and all of a sudden we take a tackle, and then the next guy takes a tackle, and the next guy takes this, and all of a sudden you're sitting there at the Steelers, and if it's 16, you got Tate, you got Lemon, and you got Tyson all sitting there at 16, 17. Aren't you making some calls?
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. Depends on how comfortable you feel about the next picks coming from there. We might just let it ride, and one of them falls right in your lap.
I don't think you trade up for a wide receiver in this draft. They're all clumped close together. You just sit and wait at the second round and you can get a good player. I don't know if you trade up. You stay home and you take,
Let's
10
let,
Hurts
let's say
later
the,
on, or-
let's say the Raiders go wonky. Let's say no wide receiver goes off the board in the top 10. And then all of a sudden, now I'm the Raiders at 14. I drafted Fernando Mendoza. Fernando, who you want to throw to? I want to throw to Omar Cooper. What if he's the first wide receiver off the board?
Somber says he would move up to 15 for Lemon.
I don't
wouldn't.
necessarily
I wouldn't.
disagree.
I would not do that.
I don't know if I would either.
I've pretty much stood strong that I don't think I'd really.
All right, let me ask you
wide
this.
receiver.
We're at 21. Cooper and Lemon are both there. Who you taking?
Lemon, no question.
Trent?
Lemon and Tate.
Lemon and Cooper.
No,
Oh, Lemon and Cooper. I'm taking Lemon.
I'm taking Cooper.
I'm taking Cooper. I'm sorry.
All right, it's Cooper and Tyson. Who you taking?
Tyson.
Tyson.
I'm taking Cooper.
Tyson.
The
Oh, wow.
Tyson's
injuries-
top 5 talent.
You're really all in.
If
on
Cooper, Tyson was healthy all the time, it wouldn't even be a question. But he's not.
He's not missed as many games as everybody makes it out to be, though.
I keep saying this. The injuries don't go away when you go to the pros. They
I
don't.
mean, I get it, but like,
Well, what was his injury? ACL?
We're acting like he's missed.
He had
Like,
3 different injuries in college.
we're
Was an
acting like
ACL
he's
one of
missed
them,
a
though?
shit ton of
I
games.
thought it was
No,
an ACL.
no.
He was
Oh,
injured
so
in
it
3
was an ACL.
seasons. Right?
Okay,
He only
what was
He was-
his injury? I thought it
I
was
don't
ACL.
No, it was right before the playoffs for Arizona State a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Timeout.
And then he was injured last year, right?
Yeah, he missed one playoff game.
I could have sworn it was ACL.
He played. So he played 9 games this year. So he missed a few. He missed the one game. He played 12 games, and then his freshman year he played 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because of
I'm not-
injury. It's
Now let's go the other way, Dave. What if Tate, Lemon, Tyson are all off the board?
Yeah,
Now
it was
all of a sudden-
ACL. I was right. It was
Now
an
all of a sudden it's
ACL.
Omar Cooper. Yeah. All of a sudden it's Omar Cooper and Casey Concepcion.
Cooper.
Now where do you go?
I'm high on Cooper, man. When he ran that 4.42, that's the only thing I needed to see. I'm taking Cooper.
I think I'm going Concepcion.
Trent, what would you do?
I'm taking Cooper all day.
Yeah,
I just don't like KC. I mean, I will say this: his gauntlet drill was extremely smooth, and I was really impressed with the gauntlet drill that he ran. But I'm still not taking him over.
Who was the versus who? What was it again?
Cooper and
Concepcion and Cooper.
Cooper and Concepcion. Cooper.
Yeah, I'm taking Cooper. Cooper's my favorite wide receiver in this draft.
I mean, so I'm looking back. Jordan Tyson's injury history here, just for context. He had a severe knee injury at Colorado. It was torn ACL, MCL, and PCL.
Oh, great.
And then 2024, he broke his collarbone. That's a freak accident. That's not like a injury issue.
This is Tyson.
That's not like reoccurring, is what I'm saying. And then the hamstring. He missed 3 games because of a hamstring.
Yeah.
That happens in the NFL all the time. Half our goddamn team misses 3 games a season for a hamstring.
If it was just one, you say, "Oh, just a collarbone." Like, yeah,
but dude, it's a collarbone. Like that is that really counted in your freaking evaluation of his injury history?
Yeah,
that's a freak accident, though.
All right, so let me ask you a question. This is because Flacco brings up an interesting point here. If I could guarantee you Boston at 53 or Cooper at 21, but let's just say I could guarantee you, I could sign you a blood oath that says we are going to get Daryl Boston at 53. Do you pick another position and take Boston at 53? Or do you still go Cooper and take your chances at the other position?
Yeah, I'd have to know. I'd have to know what's available at that point. At 21.
I think I take Cooper just because of the fact I think he's different from DK.
Yeah. I'm taking Cooper because I'd be comfortable with that pick.
Yeah.
If you tell me I can get Caleb Banks or Emmanuel Warren at 21, and you 100% guarantee me I'm getting Boston at 53, I'm doing that.
Oh, you could
McNeil Warren's more of a question. Caleb Banks, for me, I'm still taking Cooper because I think that even with Boston being available at 53, because Caleb Banks is going to be a 2-down player in the NFL. So he's playing probably 45-ish, 48% of your snaps.
I think Banks can grow into that Cam position. I think he would be the nose until Cam retired, but I think he can grow into Cam's position.
Possibly, but I'm not projecting out 2 years from now on a guy that I'm taking at 21. I want the guy who's going to help my team right now. That's why I'm Cooper for me.
Yeah, for me
in
too.
a world where Cam Hayward doesn't exist, he's my 3-4 end off the rip, but Cam Hayward does exist. So I'm not starting him over Cam Hayward. I'm moving him to the nose until Cam Hayward retires.
There's also whispers about Caleb Banks' motor and how hard he goes all the time.
How many plays he takes off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And he only played in 3 games this year. That's another guy who was hurt all season.
Yeah. And some of the motor stuff too is,
it's hard to quantify.
You don't know how it, you don't know how injured the guy was when they were taking plays off. And let's face it, the Gators ain't exactly been great the last couple of years. So,
look at this.
Somber. I think I agree with Somber.
Now we got Tyrone saying Jacoby Lane. We got Somber saying Bryce Lance. They're taking them over Boston.
I don't know about
Everybody's out on
Lane.
Boston.
I might draw the line there.
I'm not taking one of those guys over Boston.
I know Trent's answer to this one. Chris Brazzell or David Boston. Denzel Boston. Sorry, Denzel Boston.
Brazzell.
I'm taking Brazzell.
I'm taking Brazzell too.
Okay, hold on.
6'5"
Brazzell or Denzel
4'3".
Washington?
Sign me up, Trent. Sign me up.
God damm.
How did we become the Raiders all of a sudden?
Here's a good one.
Every single time.
Hurst over Boston?
Right now, yes.
Yeah. You have Hurst
probably
above Brazzell? Apparently you do.
Yes. Yes. He doesn't do anything but run straight and catch the ball.
Where does Brazzell rank on your wide receiver list? 30th? For crazy.
Hold on.
Undraftable. I would not draft that fucking kid in the 4th round. He is not going to translate.
No.
Trent, that's
the
the worst thing ever.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Name one Tennessee fucking wide receiver who's panned.
You're not gonna do that, are you? You're not gonna do that.
With this group, yeah, because they're all the same. They're all 6'4", they're all 190 something pounds, and they all run fucking straight at 4.3.
You can't compare him to like the Thornton kid last year. He's a better route runner than that guy. He's not an elite route runner.
He doesn't run routes. It's screen
Because from what you
passes
hear
and
from
downfield shots.
people
That's
say,
it. That's the whole offense. I don't
That's
care what
tough.
anybody says. What shows up on his tape is the same bullshit that's been showing up on every.
Well, he can only run
wide
the routes the
receiver's
coach tells him
tape.
to. He can't just do his own thing and run. Decide he's going to run some route tree that's not in the playbook.
I don't think that kid drops his hips in his fucking breaks. I don't think he's going to translate. I just don't. He's the same guy they've ran out there. Jalen Hyatt was supposed to be a first-round guy. He sits the fucking bench.
I'm
He
looking.
wasn't gonna
I'm
play.
looking. I'm looking at the history of NFL players from Tennessee. It's not great.
It's horrible. Those kids
At
it's
wide
the same
receiver?
build.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, they
It's
got
the
paid.
Not
same,
great.
same build, the same route tree. They don't ever develop. They just never develop.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
All right. We'll see about that. I think he's going to be a lot better than you.
It's-
I wasn't a fan either. I'm just I'm listening to people who know a lot more about
Tyrone
scouting.
off the top
Tyrone's
rope.
trying to get me going now.
Off the top rope.
It's fair though.
Hey, with your
fair.
logic, he's right.
Yeah, I don't buy that. That's why I don't buy that whole argument about he goes to that school, so he's automatically not good at that position.
Except for A+ draft pick, he's going to be amazing. That's all right.
Oh, he's
Well, wait a minute. By your arguments, is AJ Brown the best Tennessee wide receiver ever?
who?
AJ Brown. He went there for a season.
I guess you're right.
He came from
He
Ole
is.
Miss, though, right? That was
Yeah,
his,
he played
right?
at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He
So-
played at Ole Miss. He might
Yeah.
have sat at Tennessee, but he played at Ole Miss.
Now, only people who have a little gray in their beard will remember this name. The best Tennessee wide receiver ever was probably Ken Burrow.
Was I alive yet when he
And
played?
if you're saying who, that's not altogether wrong, but he
I'm
wasn't
drawing
a
a
player
blank.
in the 70s.
I'm
He was,
drawing a blank.
So what
Houston's
70s? I
number one
wasn't
wide
alive
receiver in the 70s with Earl Campbell and Pastorini and all those guys.
Here I was making a joke, and it was actually true.
That's why I said you got to have a little gray in your beard to know that one.
I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the question at hand. Anybody else?
He said you got to have a little gray in your beard. I'm thinking AARP. You got to be part of AARP to know that name. But anyways,
I think we hit it pretty good. Safety, McNeil Warren, obviously, and you brought up Thieneman. Corner.
Is there a chance? Is there a chance that Caleb Downs is now the third safety on the board?
No, he's the top safety on everyone's board.
I was going to say third, Bob.
I mean, with the knee issue
I'm having trouble
and
with
the
this
size
because-
issue.
They said that
Yeah.
knee issue was bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
I was
heard
gonna say, I'm
conflicting
not even.
reports on
I
that
didn't
now.
even hear about the knee issue. Like, is it like?
Someone came out and said he had
That
a knee
degenerative
problem, and he's
ACL, and they
he said it's
everybody
not
has
that
said that's
Degenerative. I don't even
That's
think I've ever heard of that term before.
Yeah,
What?
it's-
bullshit. And it came out
I've
like
heard
2
that
days
before.
later that it was an absolute bullshit report.
Well, if it helps him
Yeah.
fall, so be it.
I don't know that I want him. I really don't. I mean, he's under 6 foot. I think I have Warren and Thieneman ahead of him now.
I'm gonna pass on this one because I didn't watch a lot of them. I don't like the size either.
You guys
What?
in the fucking size about safeties.
That kid
Like,
is the smartest
But
player
he's-
to come out of college football in
he's gotta be a
the
super
last
outlier.
fucking decade.
He's got to be a
That's
super
it.
outlier then to be a big time.
I mean, how tall is the kid? Like what?
5'10"
Under
and a
6
half
foot.
or something.
5'11"
5'10" and a half.
11 and a half. 5'11.
5'10" and a half.
No, 5'11 and a half. He's
5'11 and a half.
just under
So he's-
6 foot.
Yeah, we're half an inch from 6 foot. I'm not stressing.
But he's
about
not going to
safety.
test great either. He's not going to run a good 40. He's not going to jump out of the building.
Well, you're just
No,
hating on that man.
He
You
just
doubt
makes
the
every
kid.
tackle. He's
Sheesh.
a ball hawk. He reads and diagnoses
He's-
plays better than anybody.
All right.
That's played
He
safety
could be a great player.
forever.
He could be a great player, but he's got to
You're-
be an
I mean,
outlier.
I can feel that Ohio State just like
Yeah, of
triggering,
course.
like ready to
No,
grab the
listen.
defense here.
I told you guys coming into this draft that kid is different. He's a different player.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's the Kyle Hamilton of this draft. He's a guy that you
That's the
overdraft
outlier
that
that you
position.
got to.
Except
You
he's 4
overdraft that
inches
position.
smaller. He's
And Kyle
4 inches
Hamilton
smaller.
ran fucking 5 minutes slower in the 40 time. Who fucking cares? They're
Caleb
a
Downs hasn't run the
generational
40 yet, so
player.
we don't know.
Caleb Downs-
I can tell you, I've watched that kid play.
Someday.
I've watched that kid
Yeah,
play. His game speed is just fucking fine. Same as
But
what I
Trent-
argued about with Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, his game
But
speed
Trent-
against Purdue.
Well, yeah, But Trent, if you go back and watch his tape, you have to admit this whole ball hawk reputation is kind of bullshit. He didn't turn the ball over a lot. He didn't.
Throw at him, Bob. Everybody's afraid of the kid.
If I'm going to draft a safety in the top 10, top 20, he better be able to fucking turn the ball over. Kyle Hamilton could do that. I didn't love Kyle Hamilton once he ran the 4.640. I was on record. No, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he turned out to be. But if you're a safety, you better be able to turn the ball over if I'm spending a top 20 pick on you.
Bob, offensive teams schemed around that kid. They did not scheme around Sonny Styles. They did not scheme around Arvell Reese. Every fucking game plan was where is Caleb Downs on the field and how the fuck do we stay away from him? That was on a team with 3 fucking guys going in the top 10. They only worried about one of them. What does that tell you?
And
teams were
how many interceptions did he have?
Caleb Downs.
How many interceptions did he have?
They won't throw at him, Bob. You can't catch a ball if it's not fucking near you.
His fastest.
How many did he have the year before? Maybe he wasn't the best guy on the field.
He was the best guy on the field at Alabama as a true freshman, Bob.
I have to go with what I read, and all the scouts love him. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But it scares me that he's at best an average athlete, or maybe a little bit above average, and he's not a big guy, and he's not fast. So, but everyone says he's going to be a great safety. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for now.
Well, what's he projected to run? He didn't run at the combine, right?
I just looked it up. His best miles per hour that they recorded was just over 20, which is not very fast. The fast guys go 22, 23 miles an hour.
True.
So he's going to run about a 4.5, high 4.5s, probably.
And if he was 6'4", that'd be good enough. But when you're undersized, I think you got to be fast.
Again, I'm going to pass on this one, and I'm going to just wait and see.
So if he runs high 4.4s, you in?
Probably.
No.
But I don't think he's going to. I don't even think he's going to run.
In?
I don't think he's going to run.
No.
To be honest with you.
Huh. All right.
Why would you? He doesn't have to. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't do anything at the pro day.
I mean,
he's already locked top 15 pick, probably locked top 10 pick.
I know, like, because he's produced like a lot. Like I don't know. The height thing just doesn't bother me.
You say that he's produced a lot. He's got 1.5 sacks and 6 interceptions for a 3-year career.
6 isn't bad for a safety, though.
Well, I'm not worried about sacks for
safety.
Do
you have to be to get 6 interceptions?
I'm not worried about
Most
sacks
kids
for
don't
safety.
come out with 6 interceptions.
He's not an edge rusher.
6 is not bad.
That's over 3 seasons. He averages. He's got 2 every year.
Yeah, but he's a safety. He's not a corner.
He's a safety that everyone avoids on the fucking field. Every team avoids this kid.
I get the interception thing more than the sacks. That I do.
Look, no one more than me would like to see him crash and burn, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Wait, why do you want him to crash and burn?
Just to drive Trent crazy. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
You're horrible. You want to see this kid fail just to rub it in Trent's face.
Can we all agree that if he does succeed, we're going to agree that he learned his craft at Alabama?
Oh, jeez.
By the same token, I think Sonny Styles is going to be like the second best player in this draft. So I don't root totally against Ohio State guys.
Yeah,
exactly. They're loyal.
Yeah,
I just think if you're taking a top 20 safety, he's got to be a monster.
I get what you're saying. You want to see some elite traits, basically.
He is.
So what's his? What would you say?
Crazy. This is crazy.
What would you say is his elite trait, Trent?
Take a pick. The kid doesn't have a flaw in his game. There's 0 flaws in that kid's game, for real. I'm not even exaggerating.
But 0 flaws. That's not an elite trait.
If this kid played for fucking Alabama, you'd be trashing him up and down inside.
That's not true.
The only reason you love him is because he's.
I was screaming up and down when we got him from Alabama. He was. Put it this way: this kid was good enough to start as a true freshman at Alabama. No one does that.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
No one does that.
My God, I can't wait till WVU has like some top player. I may be 70 by then, but I can't fucking.
He wants to be involved in this so bad.
You will never hear the end of it from me. You will never.
They're gonna have to sell all of their hospitals just to
Dude,
buy one.
Listen, I had to adopt a shitty SEC school because there's no good schools up here.
Yeah, and Derek here. Yes, Derek. I brought Palomalos too, but whatever.
Palomalo's elite athlete, elite athlete, top of the food chain athlete, and
well, he also was a turnover machine. Troy would turn the ball over. He gets wrong a lot, but he was a turnover machine.
Yeah.
Let me look up Troy's college stats for shits and giggles.
Let's. Why not?
Because this is what we do here.
It's getting dark here. I can't see how much bourbon I got left.
I know you're slowly disappearing there, buddy.
Okay.
All right, it's coming up in a second.
This is kind of my point about Caleb Downs. Do I think he does things well? Yes, I think he's a perfectly fine guy.
He had 6 interceptions. Same as Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Troy Polamalu, a fucking Hall of Famer, had 6 interceptions? I'd have fucking never drafted him.
You know, I hesitated a few seconds before I said that.
I fucking knew it. I already knew the stat. I was waiting on you guys because I already fucking knew it.
But Troy,
undraftable, bro. That fucking dude is undraftable. Under 6 foot.
No way, I didn't say I never said he was undraftable. Stop it. Nobody said that. You said that.
About
other players.
You take your little midget football team and go play in the Pee Wee leagues and win championships in Pop Order. And I'm gonna take the big fucking guys and I'm gonna try to win Super Bowls.
But Troy Polamalu was a turnover machine, Bob. He was a turnover machine.
What was? I'm sorry, I had to go turn the light on.
What
was the stats on Paul Malo?
He was exactly the same as fucking Caleb.
The same fucking number.
I don't know if
yeah, because in 1999 they were throwing the ball 400 times a game like they do now.
But that is a point. And he had three interceptions returned for a touchdown out of those 6. Because Troy was.
Oh well, Caleb
elite,
Downs has a punt return for a
athlete.
touchdown, so I guess we can throw that in the mix.
Yeah, you can use that. That's legit. That's legit.
I'm sorry, did Troy Polamalu have knee problems?
Does Caleb Downs have knee problems?
So you guys are not doing this. We're an hour and a half. All right. Any other names before we get out of here? We're going long. We're getting silly.
Yeah, Troy Polamalu.
No, I'm not allowing Troy Polamalu. That's it. All right, guys. I think we're good. I expected to hear some free agent news by now, but nothing's really come across the. Usually we get a little bit of news before the tampered period actually starts, but we'll be on tomorrow night. If something big breaks, then I think we'll all be on.
Is tomorrow the first day of free agency?
Apparently, there's a report out there that people are concerned about Aaron Rodgers' health. You know, look, his wife still wants to fuck him, so I think he's okay.
This is true.
All right. I'm really getting out of here before it really goes off the rails. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8. You guys in the chat, thanks a lot. As always.
Are we going at 8?
I mean 7. My bad.
Okay.
Cora, what are you doing to these people outside?
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please, despite the... Ignore the car horns and hit the subscribe button, please. Until next time, thanks for listening to the Steelers Podcast.
And just like that, I left everything. See ya!